Hey there players, how's it going? This is Dundee Chief and it's finally time to do my Mario Kart review. Been playing this game flat out and this is what I've learned.
MarioKart World review.
Alright, before I get into the nitty gritty, let's talk about some of the fun stuff in this game. And most of this game is really fun. So some of the new stuff is you can rail slide and wall jump, and you can charge up a jump and get a bit of extra height, charge jumps, and flip yourself onto a wall by doing diagonal maneuvers. And this really adds a lot to the game because you can find lots of different shortcuts where you can almost like jump off the map in some places, wall ride yourself onto the map somewhere else and take full-on wicked shortcuts. I guess the other main thing is it's open world now, and to get to another track in some modes you have to drive there, and some of the roads on the way to those tracks aren't quite as good, but they all seem pretty fun. There's also a full open world mode, and it's kind of hidden in the main screen. You can see it there in the bottom right hand corner. And this mode you can just drive around the whole world collecting coins and different collectibles. And there's also P-switch buttons where you drive around and hit certain switches and you'll have different little missions to complete. And yeah, it's huge, so you can spend a lot of time hooning around this map. You can't play this mode in 2 players, but you can play it online. But yeah, it's a huge mode, a lot to discover, and we've never had it in a Mario Kart game before. So yeah, that's a pretty cool quality add-on to the game. So this Mario game's got a lot more to do in it than most. Here's all the different modes. So we've got Grand Prix mode, Knockout Tour mode, Time Trials mode, Versus mode and Battle. Let's have a quick look at each of these. So Grand Prix mode has 6 different 4-track courses out of the box, and you can go 50, 100 or 150cc depending on what speed you want to go. And this just consists of racing 4 tracks and trying to come first. So Grand Prix mode is the same as in every other Mario Kart basically. So the next feature I wanted to talk about was Knockout Tour. This is probably one of the funnest new features of the game, where you race against 20 people, and each time you finish part of the track, a certain 4 people I think get knocked out, and you've got to keep maintaining top position to win the game. It really adds to every lap where you just want to get ahead of someone and not get eliminated. Lots of fun this mode. Next up we have Time Trial mode, which is pretty self-explanatory, where you can try and beat your best times, and once you beat your best times it uploads a little ghost racer for you to race against next time. Good way to learn the tracks without having all the other people fucking you around. Next we got Versus mode, which is a fully customizable mode where you can race up with 11 players and just muck around with all different options. So the full customizable racing mode. And to finish off the single player modes, we've got Battle mode, which is, we've got the Balloon mode and the Coin mode. And the Balloon mode, you've got to drive around the track and keep the balloons on the back of your car from popping while trying to pop the other players. And the player at the end of the match with the most balloons on their car wins. And the Coin mode's similar, but you've got to collect coins, and you can see them stacked on other players' heads. And if you can knock them off their heads and collect them and have the most coins, at the end of the match, you win. This game's not heaps of fun to play with the CPU, but it would be fun to play with a bunch of mates. Then on top of all those modes, there's all the multiplayer modes. Split screen works unreal. I've tried it on my TV and in tabletop mode. Silky smooth graphics. I haven't tried the online modes because I don't have Nintendo Online yet, so I can't upload my time trials or play multiplayer games online. And in the online mode, you can't actually just pick to do 3 laps on a track like the old versions, which some people may find annoying. Alright, let's have a little look at each individual part of this game and see what I think it's worth.
Gameplay.
So amazing gameplay on this game. You'll be playing this game with your friends for years, or online, or even with yourself. And with the new jump and rail slides and stuff, and being able to take shortcuts, makes the tracks even more fun. The open tracks that drive you to the other tracks probably don't have as much stuff in them compared to Mario Kart 8, but still heaps of fun, massive game, lots of cool jumps and shortcuts, and power-ups. Why don't other car games have power-ups? Power-ups are awesome. So yeah, you'll be having fun playing this until the next one comes out, that's for sure.
Graphics.
And the graphics, as you can see, are amazing, but the more you play it, the more you'll realise how really good the graphics are. And I don't mean in a high resolution way, although it is pretty high res in 4K on your TV mode, but I just mean all the little animations that they didn't have to put in that just gives the game so much more life and just makes everything pop. The tracks have good draw distance, you can see a long way down the line. They're very colourful, everything looks really shiny, especially when you watch a race back. So yeah, the graphics are absolutely top notch, can't complain about them at all. I've got to give it a 10 for graphics, and I'm also giving the gameplay a 10 too, which I forgot to do in the last bit.
Audio.
And Nintendo haven't skimped out on the audio either. Great sound effects, great tunes. They have reused a lot of stuff, but that's good for nostalgia reasons. So definitely think you're going to like all the sound effects and music on this game. I'm going to give it a 9.5.
Value.
Alright, well, value for money is a bit of a funny one. So they put the price up, $10 in America, like $20 here. In Australia it's $120 if you want to buy Mario Kart. So if you're going to buy a Switch 2, get it with the code. Yeah, but I actually prefer having physical editions, so I was annoyed there wasn't a physical edition in there. So you're basically paying $700 for the console, $100 for this game. There aren't too many other games you're going to be playing right now. Maybe Street Fighter. So it's a lot of money to put out for this game. And then it sure seems like they're going to be selling us a lot of characters, because there seems to be a lot of characters missing. They're probably going to sell us a bunch of new tracks. And then we got to pay a monthly fee to play online, or even upload our scores. So there's a lot of, like, they're putting up the price because they say we play this for a long time, but then we've got to pay to play online and for all our skins and everything else. So I think they're being a bit greedy there, and I'm going to take off a point for their greediness. But as for the game, there's a lot to do, so there's a lot of value, and you don't necessarily need to play it online. You can just play it with your mates in split screen or by yourself.
Final verdict.
So there's no way to deny it. Mario Kart World is a quality game, lots of fun, there's lots to do. Nintendo are bitches for putting the price up and not including as much stuff as they could. But you definitely want to play this game. I would wait for the Switch 2. I'd probably wait a year for it to go down in price and for the games to go down, because you don't really want to encourage them to put up the prices. But yeah, I can't say it's not a good game. Would have given it a 9.5, but I'm taking off a point because they put up the price. Mario Kart World, 8.5 out of 10. Well, that's it for my little Mario Kart World review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Please give us a like and maybe subscribe if you enjoyed the content. That'd be sweet. And hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thanks for coming. Bye. Oh, and I've just released memberships now, so thank you so much to my first 2 members, Makala Graves and Totally Non-Stoners. You guys are fucking epic.